Girl was writing something on her notebook when out of sudden a hand came in her view and snatched her book away. She looked up only to find least person she liked, which is none other than school's heartthrob and her arch enemy Park Jimin. Park Jimin shout making other students shocked by her sudden outburst, but Jimin was not affected by her anger and said, "Let me see what our miss is writing in her book." He pretended to open the notebook and said, "Let's be honest, your writing is worse than a kindergarten student. How will teacher understand this?" He mocked, making her face red due to the anger and embarrassment. "Mr. Park Jimin, you better to give me my book back and don't worry about my writing. Childish or not, I still submit my work unlike someone who have never written a word on his copy with excellent writing. Ah, don't be jealous of my freedom. If you want same treatment, I can tell teachers to let you off from your any homework and assignments." Jimin said and winked. "No need, I'm good," she said and snatched her book from his hand and left, leaving Jimin alone. The commitment was well known in the college. They came from same background and their parents are good friends, but they don't apply on them. They have been like this, like a cat and dog fighting, opportunity to strike on one another. Time skipped at lunchtime. Jimin walked in cafeteria and sat on his usual table. His friends were already there. "Jimin, when will you stop being child?" Jisoo said when she saw him. "What do you mean?" Jimin said in confusion. "You and what was the scene you pulled out the morning? For God's sake, she is younger than you. Stop bullying her." Gave him death stare as she completed her words. "Oh, it's about that tailless monkey. She's annoying, and whenever I see her, I feel like making her cry from anger. Have you saw her face when she is angry? She's like a little squirrel, and her face is puffy as she have dolls of peanuts in her mouth. As her nose flared up like a cartoon character, I even imagine smoke coming from her nostrils." Jimin started rambling like a fool, which he himself don't know. The way he described every action was like he noticed her every detail, manner. Then his way of speech, saw his way of speech, and said teasingly, "Jimin, the way you are speaking is not like you spoke for your enemy. It's more like a girl you have crush on." Taeyong's words made Jimin fluster and he spoke. "What the heck you are saying there? I, the Park Jimin, would have crush on that tailless monkey? My standards are not that low." Jimin snored, but Taeyong didn't. Took his word on his heart and said, "Well, it's good to know. Otherwise, I might have back out." "But now I know you don't like her, so I can go after her openly," Taeyong said, making Jimin shocked, and he asked, "What are you saying?" "I like she is such a cute personality, but I always thought you feel something for her, so I never intend to tell her my feelings towards her. But today you said you don't like her at all, so I don't need to restrain myself anymore," Taeyong said with serious expression on his face. "But Inside, he was laughing like a fool. He don't like, but as a sister, and to make Jimin realize his feeling towards, he thought about this way. If he try to get close, Jimin will surely feel jealous and then he will be able to see his feeling towards. Everyone was dumbfounded by his words. Jisoo looked at him and said, Tae, are you serious? Yeah, I hope you all will help me to win her heart, right, Jimin? Taeyong said in provocation. Jimin didn't answer him but left the table all of a sudden. What's wrong with him? Jungkook said. Don't mind him, he will be fine after some time. Taeyong replied. Next day, was walking in the hallway of her school when, out of nowhere, Taeyong came in front of her. Hey, said with sheepish smile on his face. Hi, replied with questioner look. I will not beat around the bushes. Actually, I need your help, said Taeyong in straightforward manner. Okay, but what kind of help you need from me? Her words make Taeyong blush and he said shyly, Your friend Nia. I like her a lot. Taeyong said and became wide in surprise. You? Really? Was happy when she came to know about Taeyong's feeling towards Nia because her best friend Nia also have crush on Taeyong. She was happy to know they both felt same way. Yeah, I do like her and I also know she felt same way. Taeyong said, Oh, then what kind of help you need? Since you already know how she feels. Said in confusion. Well, I want to propose her in the best way which will she remember for rest of her life. So I need your help. I want to know her preference and what she likes. And moreover, I want you to help me to bring her at the place where I will propose her. Will you help me? Tang said with pleading voice. Of course, I will be the happiest person when you two became an official couple, said with biggest smile she ever had. They both start walking and discussing about things they need. As they left, a figure came out from the behind the locker. Jimin, who was actually waiting for to walk from here so he could scare her, saw the whole scene. He was burning with jealousy. His hands were clenched in fist. He didn't hear their conversation because of the noise in the hallway, but he saw expressions, her happiness while she was walking, talking with Taehong. She had never smiled at him like that. Did she also like Taehong? Will they will become a couple after some time? Just thinking about this makes Jimin lose her calm. He left from there, firming in the range. Time skipped at lunchtime. Taehyung was sitting on his usual seat while doing something on his phone. Jimin was playing with the spoon in his hand. He was looking at the Taehyung like tiger looking at his prey. Quite busy with your phone, Tae? Jimin said out of sudden. Taehyung looked towards him and smirked. I was waiting for message. We have somewhere to go. I asked her when her class end. Message me. Thank's words work as fuel in fire and making Jimin see all red in anger. Oh, you two became a couple already? Congratulations. Jisoo said when she heard Taeyong's words. Taeyong didn't say anything but smile, make everyone believe on Jisoo's words. Ring ring. Taeyong's phone rang, making everyone stop talking. He saw the ID and said, "This is from Dad. I will go up and take the call first." The table soon after his departure, a small figure approached their table. Jisoo looked at her and said, "Hey, how are you?" "I'm fine, Annie. Did you see the how?" she asked politely. But her words triggered Jimin's rage. "Why are you looking for him?" Jimin asked in that voice, found the way he talked quite abnormal, but didn't give thought too much, and said annoyingly, "Nothing you should know." "Well, miss, he is my best friend. So, there is nothing which I don't know about him, and you know what? He really hates girls like you who always want the whole attention on themselves. So back off." Jimin was burning with jealousy, so he didn't so he said whatever came in his mind to hurt, but his words put huge impact not only on but everyone present there. Everyone looked at him in shock and disbelief. Nobody actually nobody what actually happened to him. Why, they know he loved to tease and annoy, but every time it was a friendly argument. He never said anything like this nor then why all of a sudden he start talking like this? "What did you say?" Ask in disbelief. He never knew Jimin think like this about her, an attention seeker. What did she try to take anyone's attention? She was always the person who hates spotlight. You heard me, so stop trying to get attention of everyone. You are not the only person, and Earth doesn't revolve around you. Jimin. The hounds roar echo in the all cafeteria. He just came inside and saw Jimin insulting. "Have you gone mad? What the heck you are saying?" Tang didn't wait for his answer and said again, "Jimin, don't let your rage blind your senses. Later, when you will come back to your senses, you will regret it." After saying this, he held hand and went out. After the incident, start ignoring Jimin with all her might. Whenever Jimin tried to prank on her or make things difficult for her, she didn't respond to him. She always avoided him, and these things make Jimin feel depressed. He knows what he said that day was wrong, and that is the reason. Start avoiding him. He was trying to gain her attention and many things like back to put all in make things like back, but all is in vain. Today he decided not to beat around the bushes and apologize directly so they can go back the way they were. And this and with this determination he came to college and started finding her everywhere. Jimin was walking in the hallway when he saw best friend Nia. He walked towards her and asked, "Hey Nia, where is Nia?" looked towards him and scoffed. "Why are you looking for her? You want to insult her again?" Nia mocked him. Jimin was embarrassed for his mistake, but he has to bear consequences. Nia, I know I was wrong and I want to apologize to her. Please help me for the first and last time, please. Jimin plead. Nia thought for the moment and said, for the last time, Jimin. Well, she was with Taehong last time I saw her. They went towards terrace. Jimin shot a thanks to Nia and went towards the terrace. As he reached at the door of terrace, he was shocked at the scene in front of him. Tang was on his knee and the ring in his hand. He was looking at Yan with dreamy eyes. It didn't took Jimin a minute to realize what Taeyong was doing. Jimin got panic and walked towards them in a hurry, shout to get her attention and tried to ruin Taeyong's chance to confess. Furrow her brows when he saw Jimin shouting her name like this. What the hell is wrong with you, Jimin? Said with impatient voice. I want to apologize. I know I hurt you by my words and my saying. Sorry, can't heal your wound, but I can't do anything other than apart from apologizing to you. Please forgive me. You are not the attention seeker, but I am. I always want your attention on me, and when I saw you getting close to Taehong, I was jealous and insecure. I know how much happy you were with him, so my insecurity and jealousy make me say those hurtful words and hurt your heart. Please say something. Jimin said when he finished his words, he poured all his feelings in one go. He was afraid if he missed this opportunity, then he will lose for rest of his life. But whether want to forgive him or not is totally upon her. He can't force her, and he will respect her words. Was stunned by his confession, he doesn't know how to respond his words. She was indeed hurt by him, but when he came to know about the reason why he behaved like that, she don't know how to feel about it. Well, give me some time to think about it. It is too much to take in at once, said in the small voice. He still don't know how to respond his words. It's fine, as much as time you want. I will not force you, said with a small smile. I know I don't have any right to say, but I want you to give. I want you to give both me and Taehong a fair chance to express our feelings. I might not be as good as Taehong, but I sincerely like you, so please consider me before making any decision. Jimin said with some hesitation. He don't want to miss any chance. And since Taehyung had already proposed her, so this is the only thing he can do. His words make confused and he asked Jimin, did you misunderstood something between me and Taehyung? Why are you talking like this? Jimin gave a look to Taehyung and said, didn't Taehyung just propose you? He is on his knees and have ring in his hand. Oh, on his words, Taehyung gave a silly laugh and said, Jimina, you are really innocent. You actually believe on my words of that day. I I do like, but as a sister, and this is just practice we are doing. I'm going to propose Nia today. I was a bit nervous, so we practiced it out. Taeyong said making Jimin shock in realization, but soon he felt relief. If Taeyong don't have any thoughts of, then it is just matter of time when she and he will become a couple.